So as we have put all those files in the folder, in the GIS folder, the next step we will be using our software to open the map files. So where can you find the software? It's located under Windows menu or programs, and I think I have a very different link. Your link is under EAM, ArcGIS, ArcMap 10.1. Mine is kind of different. So, but you can always find it. It's a program called ArcMap 10.1. So this is a program we'll be using for the entire semester. Just click on it. Then you may wait for about 30 seconds, I believe. The program is kind of huge, and it includes a lot of functions, not only mapping but also spatial analysis. So it's very complicated. You may be overwhelmed by the software because there are so many text and graphics. Yes, it is very complicated, but however, I will teach you how to use it. So here is the software. As you can see from here, the upper part is called the menu and toolbars. So you can find, some quick link to the functions. The left side is called table of contents. You can find, different layers of your map inside the table of contents, and this is your mapping areas or map display areas. So the next step, we will try some basic functions here. So first we will add the data. If you still remember, we have put some data under the GIS folder, practice 1 folder. So we will add that data by clicking on the add data button. We click on it. So next we will find the data. Because this is the standard folder, it's not the folder we just created. In order to find the folder, we click on the connect to folder button. And then we try to find it. If I'm not mistaken, we put it under computer, U drive, GIS, practice 1. This is the folder we want to locate, and press OK. Okay, if you can see here, we have 3 layers in the folder called interstate, rivers, US states. So let's do the first. Let's add a first layer called US states. It is a state boundary for all the US states. So here is the layer you just added. So as you can see from here, you can actually check and uncheck, which means it display and cancel the view of the map. So to show you how can we add the other 3 layers, we try to remove it. If you remove it, it doesn't mean it deletes the layer. It means only this layer you remove from recurrent view, but you can still use it after and add it in the future. And then we click add again. This time we will add 3 layers. You select 3 layers at the same time by dragging your cursor of your mouse and add them together. You see here, all these 3 layers are added. We have 3 layers called rivers, interstate, and the US state. Rivers, if you want to see the rivers only, it has all the rivers in the US. And the interstate is a layer of all the highways, the major highways in the state. And US state is a state boundary. So you can show different layers by combining, layers. And then the next, we want to change the layers display style. So how can we change the display style? Very simple. For example, if we only want to show the interstate combined with the US states, we click on here. You see here are different kinds of styles we can change to highway with red lines, Okay, you can see all the style of the map is changed. And we can change the color of the background. So I prefer maybe a yellow color. So then we click on OK. You see the style of the map is automatically changed. So how can we save our map? If we want to save our map, very easy. File, save, and we find the folder, we just created, just to make sure everything is more organized under practice 1. We call this map P1 and save. So I should tell you that the file we are saving right now is not a picture. It's actually a structure of all the files. So it includes coordinate system, the 3 layers, and everything in the map. But it's also only a link to these files. So if you are going to create a map in the future, you need to output this map into a picture. Now we are just saving the link. So if you open this P1 file in the future, the entire thing will pop out. However, if you don't have ArcGIS in your computer, you cannot open it. It's not like a picture because it's a link to all the files. And one suggestion is, you need to save your progress periodically through the lab. You cannot just save it once. You need to always save it when you are doing it, because it will always, there are something happens when you are doing it. You can also click on the save button here to save it automatically. And when you want to use this entire data in another computer, what I will do is I will copy paste the entire thing, the entire folder, into my U drive, or my online drive, to make sure the entire thing is loaded. If you're only copying the P1, it's a link. It doesn't give you anything. So make sure when you are copying and pasting everything and want to use it in another computer, make sure you are copying the entire folder. So that's my suggestion here. So let's continue with this lab. Another tip about doing GIS is we normally save it with a relative path. So relative path means when you change the folder, you place the folder in another computer, the paths are all changed. But when you are using the relative path, the path will be relative to your upper folder, which means it's better. So just make sure you check this path name as relative path to data sources when you are doing your future project. And we click on OK here. The next is about toolbars. If you look at the ArcGIS toolbars, there are many icons here. I can try some of these for you, like zoom in an area, zoom in to an area, and zoom out, and this is a cursor, like you can move around, and this is a full extent, which means return to the original view of the map. And this is a zoom in and zoom out by a certain ratio. So this is a return to the previous extent. So there are some interesting tools here you should try out. Spatial bookmark. So what is a spatial bookmark? So for example, when you are working on your study areas, like Arkansas, let's find Arkansas first. So this is Arkansas. And you want to keep this and save this view in the future when you are working on the same project. So we will use a bookmark to keep this view. What I will do here is under menu, we create a bookmark. Bookmark name is, you can use different names. Arkansas here, okay. And then after change your map view, you can, when you're working on other places, for example, you are more interested in Florida or California, and you want to return to Arkansas, but you cannot find Arkansas. Here, under bookmarks, if you see Arkansas here, this is the one you just created. You click on it, and the view is automatically returned to Arkansas. Feature attribute table, very interesting. So each feature in GIS is associated with the table. For example, if we use the information icon here, identify, you can click on the Arkansas, and here will show you all the information in Arkansas. This is actually stored in a table in GIS called attribute table. So you can find the information here for answering the questions in your practice. This is a attribute table for another state, Missouri. So this is very convenient, and you can even click on the road, and this is information for the roads, like the route number and the distance in miles and distance in kilometers. Select features. How can we select features in GIS? If we turn off the interstates and we zoom out a little bit, now we want to select a feature. We use the select feature icon, and this feature is automatically selected. And if you want to select another one, just click on it with this icon. You can use the shift key. When you are holding down your shift key, you can actually select multiple features. You see, multiple features are selected. For example, I want to unselect those features. Very easy. You click on the unselect feature icon right here. All the features will be unselected. And sometimes you will find some of the feature cannot be selected. This is because under the table of contents, there is a function called list by selection. So here means US states is active. Now it's an active feature, then you can select. If you click on the clear, if you click on the this icon, it makes the layer not selectable. So right now the US states layer is not selectable. If we want to select right here, if you see, we cannot select any features. We only need to turn on this feature and make it selectable. Okay, so that is about the setting of the selecting features. Find features is another interesting tool. Let's clear all the selections. For example, if we want to find I-95, how can we find it? Very easy. We use a find feature icon, and it takes about 10 seconds to load. This is very what is this? It's damaged. Would you like to repair it? I have no idea. Sorry. So we find I-95 within all the visible features, which means the interstate feature and the US state feature, and we can also narrow down to interstate only because it's interstate. It's a highway number. So let's go to find. You see, one US state is fine. Where is it? Let's try to locate to it. You can right click. Left. Yes, right click. And zoom in, zoom to. It will show you this is I-95. And we can also, select. So this is automatically select. The last thing about this lab is about attribute table. The attribute table stores all the information of a feature. So where can we find the attribute table? Let's clear the selected feature first. For example, if we want to find the attribute table for all the US states, where is it? Right-click on US states and open attribute table. Then here you can see a list of information regarding this layer. So it includes 51 states of the US. And the attribute include, population 2000, population 2001, and a white population, black population, all sorts of information here. As you can see, when we were working with ArcGIS, we are not only dealing with maps, dealing with graphics, we are also dealing with data. So the data is very important to an ArcGIS project. So for your future term project, your class project, you are expected to work something on your own. I will show you how to download the data and how to add those data into your ArcGIS and how to manipulate those data and produce those data for a map in the future. So after all this training, you can apply those skills to making your own project active. So that's about practice 1. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to send me an email. Thank you.